there, my darlings, and welcome to another little broadcast with me, Lady Napslot, and this little darling here. We are going to be doing some exploring into patch 7.35. Let's see, let's have a wee looky what we got, shall we? Let's have a wee looky, see if we are broadcasting. Are we live on the channel? Yep, live on our channel. Good. Right, so my darlings, I love you all so very much, and I want to share my love and show you more story content. We have the Yokoi quests. This is going to kill my voice. I am going to absolutely hate doing their voices. But I have juice to keep my throat chilled, so here goes. Frosty neighbours. Faravir seeks a skilled hand for enormous task.
Traveller from across the salt. Greetings. You may call me Faravir. You seem the type to have friends among the width and breadth of your continent. Do you by chance know any particularly skilled artisans? If you could introduce them to me, I would be eternally grateful. You are a deft hand at crafting? Well then, I am in luck. As is all of Wurlar's Echo, we are under threat, you see, and require the help of one such as you to survive. A great avalanche has swallowed a place known as Ziggurat the Open-Armed, once home to a sacred altar and its keepers. Although thankfully uninhabited at the time, I fear this was no accident. No, this destruction was caused by the snow spirits of Urapaka. While we Yokoi lived in harmony with these spirits for generations, they have as late been possessed by an inconsolable rage. None know why, and attempts at reason have only stoked their anger further. There is, however, a way to quell the spirits, a ceremony known as the Pact, which must be performed at the altar, which was so carefully maintained. An old friend taught me this. Yet therein lies our problem. The avalanche swept away much of the altar and its surroundings. We must repair it quickly so the rite can be performed. If we fail, all of Urapaka may succumb to the spirit's wrath.
I like a challenge, but I want to see the extent of what I'm working with first.
That is to be expected. Very well, let us visit what little remains. It will help you understand more clearly what's at stake. To the south of Wurlar's Echo, you will find stairs leading up to the ritual site. The guard at the top will allow us passage up the mountain.
Whoosh!
You're the crafter helping at Farfur? Yes, Thank you for helping her solve that tripping problem. You came. Good. Before we cross this path, might I ask your name? Elita? Wait, the very same Elita who felled Valak Armada? My apologies, I had no idea I was among one of our saviors. Not that I was doubtful before, but suddenly I feel much better about our chances for success. Come now, our destination is not far. This is what remains of Ziggurat the Open-Armed. The damage is unlike anything I have ever seen. Even our histories contain few stories of such destruction. That structure at the far end is the Breathless Altar, where the ritual was performed. Although, to see it now, one could hardly guess what purpose it served. Do you feel that? Something beyond the usual chill in the air? They left, thank goodness. To think they would be so bold. You have seen now the frenzy which grips them, yet they looked almost frightened by you. Have you encountered the spirits before? You bested them during a feat of proof. Well, I should expect no less from the one who defeated a Tural Vidal. If you're even half as good at crafting as you are at fighting, I believe we are in good hands. Yet even if the spirits are felled, they will be born again when the next snow falls, and they will rage. The pact is the only way we can set things to rights. Yet even if the altar were whole, there are none left who know how the ritual was conducted. Dargator was the final caretaker remaining, and a dear friend of mine. However, before the avalanche buried all this, her body was lost in a tragic accident. What little I know of the pact, I learned from her. I never encouraged her to speak more than the sacred practice, but now I wish I had. Now I must make up for my lack of curiosity. I will learn how to appease the spirits in Dargator's stead. For many years, she was Arbaka's silent guardian, and I shall take up the mantle she left behind. Now that you have seen the scale of the undertaking before you, I ask you once more, will you join me in rebuilding Ziggurat the Open-Armed?
Count me in. I'm interested to see this pact for myself.
Thank you, Elita. You have given me hope in these dark times. Before we get started in the altar proper, we should first restore the building where Dargator lived, so we might have shelter. It was fittingly called Warmth, and she lodged there with the other caretakers. It should make the perfect base from which to conduct our restoration. Now rest assured, I do not intend for us to show to this verdict. We would do well to recruit a few more pairs of helping hands. I suppose that will be my first request. Please ask around Warlor's Echo for anyone willing to lend their aid, and I will make what preparations I can for the work ahead.
Yeah, you're just saying the same thing. I am not repeating it because my throat will
The avalanche caused all that damage. I see. You know, I spoke with Dargator once, some years ago now. She said she lived up in the mountains alone, and that was the sole keeper of an altar up there. Despite her solitary life, she seemed a bright and kind soul. I was saddened to hear her body was lost when she suffered that terrible fall. I had always hoped she would visit again and tell me more about her unique experiences. Although I only met her the one time, I will not soon forget Dargator. To honor her memory, I pledge my aid in Ziggurat, the open arms of reconstructions. My trade is carpentry, but I am ready and willing to help wherever it is needed. I shall speak with Farafair to see where I can be of use.
Yay! Well, I didn't expect to see you here.
It has been too long since we last met, Elita. I have come here with no plea to trade, but the people seem unsettled somehow. Ah, the spirits. That explains why we were attacked by a group of one snowy day not long ago. We greeted them kindly as usual, but were assailed with icy magic without warning. I had no choice but to drive them back or risk Nupil's life. But the incident has been troubling me ever since. They are neighbours here in Novapaka, after all, and we've lived in harmony for so long.
I take it that's why you're recruiting others to your aid. You never change, do you? You're always eager to help those in need. Unfortunately, the life of a merchant demands that we don't rest our feet for too long. But perhaps we can send others your way. Only the best, of course. We promise to share what you told us today with anyone whose ear we can bend. Now let's be off, Moreover.
The spirits have been acting passing strange. It is true, their usually harmless tricks have become malicious, with merchants and other innocents being attacked unprovoked. Usually they appear on snowy days, and invite passerbys to frolic under the falling flakes. What could have gotten into them? Regardless, this problem affects all of us in Urbaka. If repairing the altar will help, then my supply of masonry is at your disposal.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How do I get to you?
You need help rebuilding Ziggurat the Open-Armed. Ah, I know the place. A group of yokai lived up there and looked after an altar, right? It was quite the trek, as I recall. They would visit from time to time. I knew there weren't many of them left, but hadn't heard the last of them had gone. Terrible news. But if you're going to rebuild their legacy, you'll need drone, and I have plenty of that to offer. It seems others have already crossed into the valley. I'll go soon as well, after I discuss a few matters with Fairfield.
Do you still say the same thing? Yep.
You did well, Elita. I think we have a dependable crew to get started with. Voyager here seems especially eager to pitch in. If I may, Fairfield, I can do much more than shovel snow and haul stones. I am willing to assist in planning the reconstruction from start to finish. With you in charge of the larger picture, I can assign people to work where it is needed most. Having overseen many projects of this scale, I believe this to be the surest path to completion. You would do that? Then I would be grateful to accept your help, Voyager. You are most welcome to it. Now, before we get started, do you happen to know where Dargar's living sepulchre can be found? Upon it must be engraved stories of her life and work. It may shed some light on the mysteries of the snow spirits and the pact itself.
I was thinking the same thing, to be honest.
It was likely erected near the altar, but if so, then it too may have been buried in an avalanche. I see. Well then, since the snow must be cleared away anyways, we can search for the sepulchre in the meantime. We will find it, I am certain. Oh, there you are. You're the ones who built the altar, right? Nobly told me you needed more help. When I saw how fearlessly he wheeled and dealt with a Trigger, I knew I had to become his pupil in trade, and so here I am. Consider me Nobly's eyes and ears. If you need someone to make deals with other merchants or procure supplies, then leave it to me. I know Nobly has been making a name for himself as of late. If he vouches for you, then welcome aboard. This project is off to a better start than I ever imagined. We have all the help we need and some more. So now is as good a time as any in the hands of Ziggurat to rebuild warmth. Speak to me when you're ready to use those expert skills I recruited you for, Elita.
Of course.
Of course I've heard of you, Elita. Nobody couldn't stop singing your praises. If there's anything you need, I'll be here. Monopoly's taken a special interest in the restoration, and if he's interested, then I'll do whatever I can to not disappoint him. A project of this size will entail tasks of all sizes. I must first assess the skills of our volunteers, just to see how much we can accomplish on our own.
And you probably say the same.
Now, first things first, restoration of our soon-to-be living quarters. The heavy lifting and building can be left to us, Draconia, while you craft the supplies we need for some of the finishing touches. If we are to live among these frozen peaks, we require flooring, which will insulate us from the cold. The space is large, so we need a few boxes worth. Can I count on you for that? Here should be everything you require for the task, but if by chance you run out, Riverter will provide you with more. While you do that, I shall send tasks to others. Let us get to work then. Hello, Elita, how goes the crafting?
Crafting book. Society quests. Yokoi. Synthesize. I realized I don't need to make them high quality.
Hello, Elita, how goes the crafting?
A set of supplies required to make living quarters of Ziggurat the Open-Armed, cozy and warm.
Aha! I see your skills for no mere boast. Excellent work! Now thanks to you, Worms will play a place worthy of its name. Please feel free to rest a while. We will take it from here. Everyone works so eagerly, as if they've forgotten entirely the biting cold without. The sight truly speaks to the quality of your contribution. The road ahead of us is long, but I am glad we have taken a first step onto it together. I hope you will continue to lend us your expertise.
Of course.
Are you watching, Director? I promise you that soon the spirits in Yokoi we'll live in peaceful harmony once again.
The collapsed living quarters have been prepared, marking the beginning of Ziggurat's Open Arms restoration. Yet the snow spirits must still be appeased. Only by continuing their work can Farfair and her crafters quell the spirits' rage and bring peace to the mountains. You have achieved friendly reputation with the hangs of Ziggurat. Your choice side quests are now available from Voyager and Shelter. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from Rakator. Moreover, you may use mounts within Ziggurat the Open Armed. Winter's warmth.
We received a variety of materials from Royal's Echo and beyond. Warfater and I dividing them up and getting them into the right hands. Little by little, Ziggurat's Open Arms begin to look like it must have when Darakar and their kin lived here. For the sakes of Yokoi and the snow spirits alike, I hope we can count on your aid again.
So that's for making better gear.
I admit, fixing gear for an art since issue has me a little nervous, but I promise to have it back to you good as new. You should have a few words to spend by now. You're welcome to browse my wares if you're so inclined.
I could do with some more of those. Let's talk to you, shall we?
Each of our volunteers is here of his own accord, and I could not ask for more from them. I hope I can get you to rely on your aid as well.
We'll work for supplies. Voyager wishes to acquire materials in exchange for your services rendered.
It goes without saying, but we require a prodigious amount of supplies for the restoration. In order to augment our stores, Nobly has kindly introduced us to a travelling trader from the capital. When I spoke with a trader about what we require, I chanced to mention your involvement with the restoration, and what should he do but request your crafting service as payment. The man has presently come to Warlor's Echo. If you're willing to take on the task, I will see to it that you're duly compensated for your efforts.
Getting a glow on. Voyager wishes to be there for the light, to be light.
We Yokoi use glowstone as a source of light in our homes, and we wish to employ it in the altar as well. As the stone lies deep in the earth alongside fossilized matter, however, we must rely on seasoned mountaineers for its location and excavation. I have tasked one such individual with the work to the north of Warlor's Echo. Might I trouble you to pay him a visit to see if he's found anything for us?
Hold my hand, warmers. Warm hands work more swiftly, or so Voyager believes.
Zactor Rocker, one of our tollkeepers, was kind enough to prepare us portable hand warmers to stave off the mountain's bitter chill. To prolong their use, however, we must swap out their components from time to time. We must ensure that warmers remain at a reasonable temperature. And so I'd like to entrust you with the creation of new parts. Zaractor possesses the materials for the job. Simply ask, and she shall provide.
Snow pups, snow pups.
Voyager sent you to collect the glowstone, did he? Here, take this. That there is exceptionally pure example, far rarer than what was requested, and laborious to find. But in view of your efforts to restore peace to our land, I render it up gladly. I am counting on your success. We all are.
The crate appears to be filled to the brim with sundry materials, none of which require at this time. Ah, so you are Elita Draconia. I've heard much about your expert artisanry. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. Now, you'll excuse me if I get right to business. Of late, the people of the city have developed a fondness for foreign things, and I'd like you to craft items that fill that niche. This time I seek Eorzean-style wall decorations. 3 of them, shall we say. These materials should suffice for the quantity, but if you have need for more, please help yourself to the contents of that crate. There, I hope the requested items are ready. Let's see. Crafting log, and home exterior components. Doesn't look like they need to be high quality, so there, I hope the requested items are ready. And home exterior component. A component for decorating homes in the Eorzean fashion. Oh, marvellous! These are bound to fetch a high price. Here, please accept these supplies as payment for your services. Voyager will find they're more than what we agreed on, but in light of what you provided, it's only fair. You have my heartfelt thanks. My thanks again for your services, and please pass along my regards to Voyager. Go, Snowpop! Go! Let us go to the mountain. Meow 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 meow.
I think something's buried here too. We won't know until the snow is gone. Take that back to the storehouse or out back. Understood. It's always a pleasure to see you, Elita. If you have any questions about Ziggurat the Open-Armed, then I'd be glad to answer them.
Who are you?
You are acquainted with Voyager, yes? I studied carpentry under his tutelage, and we've been friends ever since. Here I assist him with managing operations. I pass on his instructions to the other workers, and keep a detailed log of every issue and accident. Even the smallest scrapes and bruises are recorded.
What kind of place is this?
The name is Ziggurat the Open-Armed, was given to this place by the yokai who once lived here. They looked after the breathless altar and its surroundings, and every so often performed a ritual there to appease the snow spirits. Durgar was the last of them, and the hands of Ziggurat work daily to ensure that her legacy is passed down to present day and beyond. But now, warmth is our base of operations as we get used to working along these high peaks. If there's snow to clear or stone to move, leave it to us. Hear about the handwarmers? Yes, very good. I'm relieved we have a crafter like yourself to aid us. Here are the requisite materials, and I have more where that came from, if you require it. With them, I'd like you to craft a set of storage pouches. When your work is finished, you'll want to deliver your goods to our supplier. He'll see that they find a new home. You're in possession of the handworm materials already, are you not? Then all is well. I have been instructed to help however I am able. If you ever so need materials, you need only ask.
peasy. Yeah, I prepped them.
Yes, and what business might you have with me?
A set of exchangeable parts used for the upkeep of your koi handwarmers.
What splendidly crafted components, and with such impeccable timing as well. We've seen more of our warmers requiring maintenance so late, so this is much appreciated. Work will proceed all the smoother with fresh hand warmers at our side. Thank you again for providing the spare parts.
And I've had a little nosy around this place, so it is time for me to head back. I didn't have to put up here to do that. Snip, 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 snip. Oh, I gotta push the button. Return! There you go. Go to work for supplies.
Ah, you returned. Did everything proceed as smoothly with the merchant?
A set of construction supplies required for the restoration of Ziggurat the Open-Armed.
Goodness me, this is far more supplies than I was expecting. If this is what considered fair payment, then your work must have been impressive indeed. With foreigners being regarded more favourably of late, decorating one's home in foreign fashion has apparently become commonplace. For the merchant to invest in this venture, he must have had confidence in your familiarity with the arts from across the salt. The Pello never ceased to amaze me, with their eye for opportunity, and thanks to your capable cooperation, we were able to secure a generous amount of surprise. Should the merchant return with another request, I hope that we can depend on your expertise again.
Getting a glow on.
Did the mountaineer have a glowstone for us?
An exceptionally pure glowstone required for the restoration of Ziggurat the Open-Armed.
Well now, this is a fine specimen indeed. If of a quality befitting ceremonial use, it is very generous of him to yield such. Perhaps you already know this, but we Yokoi have a ritual whereby we prolong the radiance of glowstone by sprinkling it with salt water imbued with prayers. Those prayers harbour the desire for our lives to endure in serenity, like the stone's gentle glow. I shall pray for the same as I put this glowstone to use in our work. My thanks for the delivery, Elita. So, you've crafted and delivered the warming components, have you? My thanks, Elita. Labouring in the cold is no easy task, but the warmth you provided means our work can proceed apace. Perhaps you are wondering why we do not simply dress for these climes, as others might. We Yokoi have thicker skin than other races, you see. Our bodies are naturally resistant to cold, for the most part. Unfortunately, skin on our fingers is comparatively thin, so we must take care to keep them warm when the mountain grows merciless. The work is grueling at times, yes, but with fresh hands and hand warmers, we have little to fear. Your support here means a great deal to us, so allow me to thank you once more on the project's behalf. As ever, I eagerly await your next innovations.
can do just the same thing now. Let's see, character, reputation. So we are at friendly, so we have 180, so 360 tomorrow, and 360 after 4 PM. So probably tomorrow afternoon we'll rank up. 360 plus 180 is 640. Right. Let us go to Condition 9. I believe that's where Hildebrand will continue. A vandal in the wild. Hard-boiled stoic silhouette is a fixture amidst the bright lights and bustle of True View. If it isn't Elita. Been keeping yourself sharp, I trust. Sharp as a razor. Good to hear. In our line of work, you gotta stay in peak condition and be ready for anything. In any case, you picked a good moment to come by. I managed to recover more data and learned about another experimental subject. Oh, I dare say that's the cue for us to lend our investigative skills once more. It seems this criminal had his soul put into the body of a Quahela. That's a two-legged wolf, in case you weren't familiar. Prior to that, the man was a notorious vandal who went around causing wanton destruction, targeting everything from shops to government facilities. Didn't have any grand motive. It was all for the thrill of it. A real piece of work. Like the sticky-fingered Cyclops, odds are he's up to those antics in a new body, and is a pawn in a mysterious researcher. Such a fiend wreaking havoc in a densely populated area would swiftly attract attention. If our wolfman were to make mischief, I expect it would be somewhere outside the city. Heh, not half bad reasoning for a soft-boiled dope. As you say, the fiend's likely to strike places outside of Solution 9. We don't have any leads beyond that though, so I have a mind to pay one of my trusted sources a visit. Mimnyard's his name. And his business is knowing every bugger else's. Come on, he ought to be at his usual spot nearby. Mimyon? Does that not remind you of our friend Wormund? It does. Do you suppose we'll get to meet Wormund too? Meow. Core, you could be a clone of Wormund. I've never seen anything like it, except for the time Mr. Poo-Poo made all those clones of the Inspector.
That there's Murmur. Let's see if he knows anything about fiends with an appetite for destruction. Good God, he even looks like Wormund. Ain't often I see you with company, detective. What can I do for you today? A thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend. Sounds like a recipe for trouble, alright? Now, can't say as I heard of talk of vandalism, neither in or around Everkeep. But there's a hunter who caught sight of a solitary Kalihola near the barrier recently. What struck him most though was the queer way it moved. Seemed more than beast, he said. Kalios are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This don't boast our vandal, I'd wager my gun on it. We'll head to Shaloni right away. Thanks for the lead, Mermond. "'Tis truly uncanny indeed, the resemblance you bear to my friend. His name is Wormund, and information is his stock and trade as well." Eh? Not only do we have similar faces and names, but we're in the same business besides. Well, bugging me with a lightning rod. You know, you look like the detective yourself, only you're either younger or have better skincare regimen. You brothers or something? Ridiculous! Detective Hardboiled and I are not the least bit alike. Damn right, don't compare me to this preening ninny. Alright, didn't mean to ruffle any feathers. But you, lass, something about you reminds me of the detective's assistant. Takes me back, it does. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading to Shaloni. We go a ways back, me and Hardboiled and his assistant. They're the reason I fell into this trade, you might say. I missed a bit of the conversation. So I'm gonna go back and start that quest again just to get that one bit of information. Because I accidentally pushed one of the side buttons, annoyingly. I can skip this.
Let's start this conversation again. Ain't often I see you with company, detective. What can I do for you today? A thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend. Sounds like a recipe for trouble, alright. Now, I can't say I've heard talk of vandalism, neither in nor around Everkeep. But there's a hunter who caught sight of a solitary Calhea near the barrier recently. It went into Vanguard and didn't come back out, so he assumed it went to Shaloni. What struck him most, though, was the queer way it moved. Seemed more man than beast, he said. Colours are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This lone wolf's our vandal. I wager my gun on it. We'll head to Shaloni right away. Thanks for the lead, Wormaround. Truly uncanny indeed, the resemblance you bear to my friend. His name is Wormund, and information is his stock and trade as well. Eh? Not only do we have similar faces and names, but we're in the same business besides. Well, bugging me with a lightning rod. You know, you look rather like Detective yourself, only you're younger or you have better skincare regimen. Your brothers or something. Ridiculous! Detective Hardboiled and I are not the least bit alike. Darn right, don't compare me to this preening ninny. Alright, I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers. But you, lass, something about you reminds me of the detective assistant. Takes me back, it does. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading to Shaloni. Remind me to not wave my hands around so much when I'm doing this, because I miss little bits of conversation. We go way back, me and Hardboiled and Assistant. Reason I fell into this trade, you might say. Sorry about that, I had to I missed. It's a shame there's not a way to go back to a previous bit of conversation. That wolf beast is so adorable, with that spiky leg armor and giant sword. Do you think they like being scratched behind the ears? We chanced to see a cow halo en route here. They have a rather endearing appearance, I must say. This will be my first time beyond the barrier. Wonder if I can find a quiet bar that doesn't water down its drinks. Yeah. Inspector, you're all glowy tingly. Must be the lightning round I hit you with.
The after effects can linger a while, I'm afraid. No need for concern. Far from causing discomfort, the lightning appears to have improved my circulation. I feel healer than I have in recent memory. You really are an oddball. Whoa! I must say, Detective, I hadn't expected your hardened self to suffer from a fear of insects. And such adorable ones, too. They're not just any insect, they're oglops, bringers of death and disease. Get a hold of yourself now. An egg. An egg. It'll set you straight. You fool, you didn't bring any. Not a single one, damn it. Ah! Oh dear. Never have I seen such a severe case of egg withdrawal. No! Think you could boil this to the good detective's liking? Hey. Detective Elita on the case. He likes it hard boiled, so... This isn't another trick, is it? I'll chance it. The rubbery white, the pungent crumbling yolk, like a stubborn old coot who refuses to change with the times. You don't get it, do you, Elita? What it takes to survive on the mean streets of Solution 9. Looks like you boiled it too long. At any rate, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Elita. I had every confidence you could aid a good detective, my dear assistant. Come, let's continue on. Let's see. Journal. Let's see, how to find the cutscenes. The landscape is reminiscent of Thanwan, is it not? I'm put in mind of my youth, when I was trained running through the wilds whilst carrying Chocobo upon my shoulders.
Wherever I go, I always make sure to bring food with me. After all, one can't investigate on an empty stomach.
So, this is the outside world. It's going to take some getting used to, and being under a sky without limits. Right, we should begin by talking to the locals. That town I see over there? Shuzumani Springs, eh? As good a place as any. Come on, let's go.
Feeling hunger pangs. I wonder if I can get a bite to eat somewhere.
I see they drill for silverilium here. It's just like in Thanwan. The similarity is more than soil deep. An old-fashioned place, this, but it's got ruggedness that speaks to me. A man could get used to it. Anyways, let's split up and ask around. If there's been any acts of vandalism in these parts, you can learn something. You come tell me. Vandalism? Don't get me started. Some miscreant busted up some of our drilling equipment. I poured my blood, sweat and tears into keeping everything running, so it had sent me seeing red. Ceruleans are a livelihood, so the perpetrator can't possibly be a local. It's an outsider, mark my words. No local would dare damage our drilling equipment, not when our livelihoods depend on it. The perpetrator is an outsider, and that's a fact.
Oh yes, I heard that a barn was destroyed the other day, smashed to pieces by all accounts. Why would anyone do such a senseless thing? I really don't understand vandals. What do they get out of such destruction?
As a matter of fact, there's been spate vandalism targeting barns and equipment.
The culprit strikes when no one's around and leaves no trace, so we don't have much as a lead. Baffled as we are, we've posted a generous bounty. Information's welcome too, of course, so if you see any suspicious activity, be sure to let us know. We put a generous bounty on the vandal, but information leading to their capture may earn you a reward as well. Don't hesitate to inform us of any suspicious activity you witness. Hey, hola. Have you perchance seen an endearing, wolf-like fiend that walks on hind legs? Hey, managed to learn anything? We heard much the same. Our vandal's been busy. By the by, have you seen Nashu? I'm not sure where she's gone. You serious? How can you not know where your assistant is? We better split up and find her. We know it's you. Just admit it already. Oh, hello there, Elita. I could use a little help. I say, Nashu, have you been making new friends? Know her, do you? And all the chaos she's been sowing too, no doubt. Well, whatever do you mean? Don't play the fool. We saw her polishing on bombs. That's right. She's the one blowing things up. We're taking her and collecting the bounty. For the umpteenth time, they're not bombs, they're medicine. Yeah, verily. Though they may look and indeed explode like bombs, they are in fact potent restoratives. My assistant is not the vandal you seek. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Exploding medicine? Ha! Let's all take a deep breath now. No need to get so hot and bothered. We can talk this through, resolve things peacefully. I don't know who you are, but we're done talking here. She's a vandal, and that's that. You'll stand aside if you know what's good for you. If you're not willing to be civil, then we'll have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Detective, wait! I am emphatically opposed to violence. I must insist that we resolve this in a gentlemanly manner. These kids would know a gentleman if you shot him in the rear. Don't waste your breath. Grr, you asked for it, old man. You want a jewel? I'll give you a jewel. Just remember that you had other options. Now we're going to need witnesses, so let's take it elsewhere. Don't worry your little head, it ain't to the death. Ill at ease though I am with Detective Hardboiled's chosen approach, it seems we must defer to him.
He puts on a brave face, but he's nervous. Watch the eyes, he'll rush to finish it. What's that red smudge? Had just left some poached eggs smothered in tomato sauce, did you? Soft choice for a soft bastard. Not the least bit phased. Hard recognizes hard. And I can tell you're a woman who's been to hell and back. Even I could learn a thing or two from you. Whoa, you kidding me? All this fuss over you, and you're having a snooze? Heh, you got Moxie dollface, just like her. Dream sweet dreams now. Steel charge was lightning? That's impressive in its own way. But never mind that for now. I got a job to do. An old-fashioned firearm like most carried in these parts. Watch the barrel, dodge the bullet. Luscious locks for a roughneck. Don't know what fancy hair treatment you use, sweet prince, but the bar of soap is all I need. I've seen enough. This one's in the bag.
Piss on the old laws. Long as you win, it don't matter how. Who the hell are you?
What's going on here? So that's the way of it. But non-lethal rounds or no, the law forbids dueling in town. As such, this will be treated as an illegal gunfight, and the guilt falls on the side that drew first. You lot are coming with me. Now, it seems this all began when they saw the lady with what looked like bombs, and assumed she was the vandal. While you don't strike me as a miscreant, I'd like to examine the objects for good measure. I must say, it does look like a bomb. Aha! An understandable, if unfortunate, misunderstanding. Despite its worrisome appearance, I assure you, good sir, this is a bespoke medicine that rejuvenates me when I am feeling poorly. That's a bomb, or I was born yesterday. Ah, I feel like a new man. 'Tis as if I walk upon a cloud. Enough of this hogwash. While this alone doesn't prove she's a vandal, we're going to keep her in the jailhouse till we know more.
Are meals served at this jailhouse?
Well, that they are.
See you!
I will come for you, Nashu. I will find the true criminal and clear your good name. I swear. Why does it have to be Oglops?
On the trail of destruction, where it concerns his assistant's well-being, not even Inspector Hildebrand can maintain his customary aplomb.
I cannot bear to imagine sweet innocent Nashu behind bars. We must apprehend the true criminal and secure her release post-haste. Sweet and innocent ain't words I use to describe a bomb-totem dame. But setting that aside, we know who we're after, we just need to track him down. A number of residents report having sighted an unusual wolf-like fiend. Apparently it has appeared near a settlement called Lure Them in Your Trousers. It's looting in your wowza. You need to clear the wax out of your ears. Yeah, that's what I meant. Lieutenant Yawaza. Come on, let's see what we can find out there.
It's the violence.
You are surprised that I have already changed into fresh attire. I fortuitously had a spare set on hand. Insofar as it is possible, one must ever maintain a gentlemanly and dignified appearance. Right. Let's question the locals about Wolfman sightings. Should be straightforward enough, so we'll stay together this time. Just say the word and we'll get started. Luta Warania Wowzers. Nothing to it. Ready? Then lead the way. The swirling sands of a dust storm may hide the truth, but there's nothing my 1,000-yard stare can't pierce. Even now, poor Nashu must be trembling in herself. We must expedite her liberation. Not a bug in sight, thank goodness. Mother used to roast whole mysogonus in a giant oven. She was partial to the billies for the flavour, but I found them a little tough. That has no bearing on my own toughness, mind you. Wood's ovens, eh? Unheard of in Solution 9. We all do our cooking with electro appliances. That said, the smoke might give eggs a nice flavour. I'll have to look into it when I get the chance.
I received a letter from my son a while ago saying he's doing well at the Springs. It's just the thing I need to put my heart at ease.
I saw it all right. A wolf-like fiend like I've never seen before. It made off with a sack of vegetables we just harvested.
It would seem our fugitive was famished. Being a wolf, however, it would not hunt for its own food. Whatever it is now, it used to be a man. Wouldn't it be odd if it still ate like one? And if it isn't keen on hunting, it likely keep close to settlements for its meals.
Now that you lot mention it, there was something manlike about the fiend,
The way it looked around to see if the coast was clear, for example. You can see the resemblance between the homes here and those in the outskirts. It was a real surprise when our worlds merged 30 years ago. I was just a greenhorn then, and she was still... Never mind. The motif on these dwellings is simple yet elegant. I expect Father would appreciate their artistry. He isn't here, is he?
The danger's past, but it's no reason to get complacent. We have to keep hunting, keep working, and build back on what we've lost. What I saw wasn't a wolf fiend, but an adorable little critter. It kept squealing at me as if it was trying to say something.
Oh, I dare say this is a promising new lead. I have it! The creature is a minion of the Vandalous Wolfman. Ah, you and your soft-boiled guesses. I've heard about strange squealing critters on True View, but I doubt it has anything to do with our case. A friend of mine went to look at the squealing critter, but it's been gone for quite a while now. I wonder if he's having trouble finding it.
Welcome, friend, to Lutuasia. Is there something you need while you're here? No, I'm not gonna. We can all breathe a little easier knowing Draconia is safe. This has been our home for generations and will be for generations to come. The wolf-like fiend, I've seen it south of here. Most folk avoid the area because it's Lunapicia territory, but I go there to gather cactus. And the past few times I did, I saw the creature heading towards the gorge. Even with the Lunapikias, give it a wide berth, so it must be dangerous indeed.
Our fugitive might be holed up in that gorge. Come on, let's take a look.
It's no ordinary fiend that can fight in the Lunapikias. If you're tracking it, you'd best take care.
Is that a linear cow pier? The colour here doesn't seem to be here right now, but this is definitely where it lays its head. I can feel it. Let's split up and search for clues. If you turn up anything, you come and tell me.
Oh my, what a winsome critter you are. It's a beaver.
Had a thirst, did we?
The liquor bottle has long since been drained to the last drop. Perhaps it was purloined by the fugitive. The sack is laden with vegetables, likely those which the fugitive took from Lutuanasia. Crude words have been scrawled on a piece of paper, and Oglop loiters nearby, as if regarding the paper and you. The Oglop scurries off, leaving you to devote your attention to the paper, which appears to contain diary entries written by the fugitive. There do not appear to be any more clues in the vicinity. Hardboiled will want to take stock of your discoveries. God damn it, I didn't want to put my dragon away. Come on, back out, sister.
I found this empty liquor bottle. What about you?
An empty liquor bottle of the kind commonly seen throughout Shaloni? A sack of produce likely to be that which the fugitive stole from Lutuanasia? A piece of paper bearing what appears to be diary entries written by the fugitive.
Good work, Elita. The bottles and the produce must have been taken from Lutuanasia. As for the piece of paper... These are diary entries, alright. I'll read them out. Another good day's destruction. I reduced the barn to rubble in moments. all well before anyone was any the wiser. My newfound strength is truly astounding. The researcher contacted me. He wants me to put on a bigger show, and will provide barrels of ceruleum for the job. This is going to be my tour de force. So it's as we suspected. Like the thieving Cyclops, the vandalizing Colohea is working for the researcher. But I must say, for him to leave incriminated evidence out in the open, where enterprising agents of inquiry can easily find, is rather careless, is it not? When he was apprehended as a man, he left a diary of his misdeeds lying around, served as incontrovertible proof of his guilt. To do it again, knowing full well how it led to his downfall. Perhaps he has some sort of clever design, or perhaps... he's just an idiot. At any rate, if our fugitive has barrels of ceruleum at his disposal, then we must exercise the most utmost caution. The tiniest spark could cause an explosion to dwarf even Nashu's delights, so I ask that you refrain from using your gun. My gun's more versatile than you think. It's capable of converting the lightning it absorbs into other kinds of energy. With a flick of a switch you can shoot fire and water rounds as well. So if push comes to shove, I'll give the wand to Wolfman and hose him down. Well now, that is a wondrous gadget indeed. Yet, be that as it may, I remain firmly opposed to violence in all forms and elemental aspects. Solving cases in a manner befitting a gentleman, such as the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Soft to the core. If you don't harden up, you'll make the same mistake I did. As a rule, I don't talk about my past. But if there was ever a time to break that rule, now would be it. I used to have an assistant too. She was a lot like your own Nashu, a real sweetheart. But she's gone now, killed by the crime king because of me, because I was too soft. The crime king's descended from a line of mages. Cornelian's his real name, and he can wield powerful magic with a whispered word and a flick of the wrist. He doesn't have to rely on fancy gadgets like ordinary folk. We had him at our mercy, me and my assistant. But then he started spinning a sob story, and like a hard-boiled milksop, I lowered my gun. That was the opening Cornelian needed. He cast a spell before I could blink, and I would have died where I stood if my assistant hadn't leapt in the way. She wasn't wearing a regulator because she was following my lead. I killed her as much as he did. That such a thing should ever have happened. I was able to catch Cornelian soon after that, but now the bastard's at large again, in a fiend's body. When you deal with villains, you can't afford to be soft, or one day, you or someone dear to you will pay for it. Now then, we've confirmed the Vandals here, but what is it the researcher wants us to achieve with this destruction spree? Well, first things first, we need to alert the Dust Watch. They'll want to be ready when the Vandal strikes next. You know where to find them? Husawahi, eh? Right then, let's head over there. To think that the detective had suffered such a terrible tragedy. I struggle to find the words. Just be your usual gentlemanly self. You are right, my friend. As ever, I shall endeavor to be true to myself. I think maybe one of those little oglops is his assistant transformed. Or put into like its body, that sort of thing. Stay strong, Nashu. Soon you will be free.
This taco, it's amazing.
Ah, it's you lot. What is it? I'll be damned. Just a moment ago we received a message from someone claiming to be the Vandal. They've declared that the train's their next target. I was about to dismiss it as a prank, but having heard your report, I'm inclined to believe the threat is real. Then we need to get to Shaloni Station right away. Indeed, I'll gather my men and hurry there. As for Nashu, it would be best if she remained here for now, I think. Detective, keenly though I feel for your loss, I must reiterate my staunch opposition for violence. Whatever may await us, I believe that we must strive for a gentlemanly resolution. The Vandal never used to announce his targets. This reeks like a rotten egg.
Thank goodness you're here. Please, you can't let that fiend destroy the train.
We're on it. Get somewhere safe. We have you at last, from gentleman to werewolf. Surrender now. Tisk, detective. Over there, a dame in distress. God, of all the times to be out of charge. Give a man a fright, will you? Hold it right there. Don't try anything funny, or I'll torch these barrels. They're filled to the brim with ceruleum, enough to blow us all high sky. There's nothing you can do, so just relax and enjoy the... Huh? Yow! Wait, we must extinguish the fire. The hell do you think you're doing? I shall stop this runaway wolf train! I fear he is disinclined to stop! They're coming back! And they're headed straight for the engine. Damn it, if only I could use my gun. A mandible man and his electrifying handstand. You did good, Softy. You did good. You as well, Detective. You as well. I thought I was done for. I owe you my life. So, you don't know anything either? I'm afraid not. I was only doing what I was told. Then the researcher's true objective remains a mystery. This chaos and destruction can't all be for its own sake, can it? If you have learned your lesson, then I suggest you surrender yourself to the Dust Watch. You will be safe in their care and receive regular meals besides. Alright, I'll go quietly. Apologies for the delay. I see you have the situation well in hand. So, this fiend was behind the destruction. We're grateful for your help. Despite appearances, he was originally a man, so treat him like one, eh? Is that so? Understood. He'll be treated with due dignity. You're the researcher, aren't you? You're still soft, hard-boiled, as you always were. I wasn't expecting an interruption so soon. But no matter, the commotion has drawn you all here as intended. You're Carnelian. The villain disguised himself as one of my men and knocked me out. The rest, I believe you know. It seems Carnelian's also working for the researcher, and this was just a diversion. What's that bastard's game? Let's head back to Husawasa for now. We have to set your friend free after all. My men can clean up things here.
Tacos.
What did you say? I go out here. I go back in again. I'll just go here and then make my way back to this bedroom. Because it should reset the conversation. I didn't do nothing. Please let me out. I got a kid at home. They need me. Quiet in there. Enough of the games. We know you have no family. Damn it, how did you know? Right, let's get the lady out of her cell. Oh, Nashu, such an ordeal that must have been.
Oh yes, the hors d'oeuvres were quite tasty.
Sheriff, we have a situation. A large shipment of civilian has been stolen from Shishiwazi. What? It appears the thieves struck while we were dealing with trouble at the station. So that was the true target. First Electrope, now Ceruleum. What does he need all those resources for? As for Cornelian, he ain't the sort to do someone else's bidding. You can bet he's got his own angle. No matter what it is, I won't rest until justice has been served, and next time my gun will be ready. You know something about these happenings by the sounds of it. So this extends beyond Shiloni. Even if we had the manpower, the Dust Watch can't go traipsing about in other jurisdictions, so I think it'd be best if we leave the matter in your hands. Yeah, you can leave it to... Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, I swear to you, good Sheriff, that I shall find and apprehend the villain with grace and non-violent finesse. We'd be grateful. Naturally, my men and I will conduct a thorough investigation of Shiloni. If we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Come on, let's head back to Solution 9. I could use a hard-boiled egg right about now, maybe even 2. This ceruleum theft has been treated as a priority matter. We'll leave no stone unturned in our investigation.
Back we go to Solution 9. It seems the inspector was a hero yet again. He never fails to rise to the occasion.
Now that my lightning charge is spent, I feel somehow lackluster. Home. I didn't mind it out in the wilds, but for this sentimental old fool, nothing beats this neon-lit city. Now, I'll get back to working on the storage device. Check in from time to time in case I found a new lead. Meanwhile, let us continue on our own lines of inquiry. Pray do not blame yourself for your assistant detective. The fault most surely lies not with you. What would a soft-boiled dope know? Just take care of your own, eh?
you're the assistant. I'm 80% sure. On the trail of destruction, complete. Meanwhile, in Shalone,
Excellent. Soon the plan will come to fruition. Kanaloka's achievements will be meaningless next to what the heavens have gifted me. You fugitives have served me well indeed.
And you, me. Curious about my gun, are you? Come now, no need to be shy. She's a Molt Python Maximum, fitted with a custom short barrel. Being made of electrope, she can convert her lightning charge to fire rounds and other energies. The double action trigger means she's as fast as you are, and the ambidextrous safety means she's at home in both hands. The ventilated ribs keep her cool and reduce the risk of malfunction when things really heat up. The recoil spring guide rod takes the edge off her temper, while the extra long ejector rod housing serves to
are you getting sleepy? Because I sure am. Let's call it a day, shall we? I don't have anything particular to say about my alchemy tools. Until next time. See you, Inspector.
Don't worry, Elita. I'm working on the storage device. I'll have more data cracked open soon enough. By the way, I've been feeling eyes on me lately. Not sure who it is, but the softie would probably think it's an admirer.
I see you down there. If I go to good for the cabins.
There we go, Hildebrand side quests. That must be before that. Must be cutscene 1. Yeah, there we go. I want to see the 2 other options that we could have picked. I'll go for the clearly wrong option first, and then I'll go for the option that would be right. Hi, Nashu. Let's go for the clearly wrong 6 minutes. I barely popped the egg in my mouth when it caved, and the yolk came pouring out like blood from a fresh gunshot wound. It was a 2-bit punk with no fight in it. All bark and no bite. You don't get it, do you, Elita? What it takes to survive on the mean streets of Solution 9.
Looks like you didn't boil it long enough.
Anyway, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Elita.
Right. Let's view the actual correct way of doing it.
Because I thought it would have been soft, medium, and hard.
We gotta wait for the beasties to come out, and then for him to shoot them, and ask for an egg.
Oh, it's a shiny golden egg. The texture of the yolk, firm and assured, not untested, but not broken down by the weight of the world. The essence of a survivor. You're a woman that knows the score, Elita. I'm glad to have you at my back.
Looks like you boiled it just right. Well done.
But anyway, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Elita.
And that was the story of Goldilocks. And the hard-boiled egg. Let's see, where am I going next? Let's see, there should be a Monster Hunter thing somewhere. There we go, that should be it. The Dawn Hunt Tracker has need of an intrepid adventurer. Well, if it isn't Elita, tell me, do you have a moment? Animal carcasses have been turning up one after the other over in Shaloni, and we've yet to figure out why. We were preparing to launch an investigation, but then we received this. A distinctive style, to be sure, but it's undoubtedly a mark bill, no less peculiar than the client who delivered it either. Too small for a Hesaharo, and yet too furry to be a Lalafell. Whatever distant land they hail from, I doubt I've ever heard of it. I feel like I've seen a bill like this before. So you've handled a quest like this previously, I'll be damned. Lately, there have been sightings of a large beast roaming the plains, which we believe is responsible for the rash of carcasses. From what I've heard, it bears a striking resemblance to the creature depicted on this bill. To be frank, we'd all rest easier if the one who helped fell Valgamata were the one to take this on. Would you lend us your strength? I was yearning for a good hunt. Oh, I have a feeling it'll be one to remember. Now, the client should have all the details you need to get you started. No doubt they've been eagerly awaiting a skilled hunter to take on the task. They should be hanging about in the tavern in Husawai. I expect you'll have no trouble finding them. The tide appears to be of a race not in these parts. You'll find them soon enough if you look around the tavern in Hutahai. Chocobo? An unfamiliar bird-like creature stands before you, vaguely reminiscent of a chocobo. It's a secret. Hey, feline! Yes, I'm the feline who put the bounty on the monster. Are you a hunter? Don't you mean Meowster? Meowster? What in the... Oh, I see you've met one of my kin before, haven't you? I hadn't realised other feelings had ventured to these parts. But putting that aside, I've been searching for a capable hunter to aid me in my quest. Can I count on your help? Wonderful! You don't seem to have a grand hub for hunters in this land, so I was beginning to lose hope I'd find anyone. Ah, I'd better begin by telling you how I arrived here. It relates to our mark, you understand. The mark in question, none other than the Guardian Arkveld. The creature normally resides in the Forbidden Lands. My comrades and I were in the midst of investigating its territory when... a spider-like thing appeared as if out of nowhere. Before we could make heads or tails of what it was, a cocoon nearby burst open, and from it emerged a newborn Arkvald. The two then began to clash in a fierce battle for supremacy. As the battle came to a head, the mysterious invader created a ring glowing with light. Before we knew it, the Guardian had disappeared without a trace. And then, before me turned white. When I came to it, I found myself in this land of Tural. Oddly enough, the invader spoke just moments before the flash. I think it said, Program Loop Update. I have no idea what that means, but I'm guessing it has to do with why I'm here. I was searching for a way home with my companion when I learned that a Guardian Arkveld was wreaking havoc nearby. I thought it best that I recruit a hunter to take it down before it could bring ruin to the wilds. Now that you're up to speed, I'd say we'd better get started. I'm sure this goes without saying, but when tracking prey, it's important to know what signs to look for. Every creature leaves its own unique trail. Guardian Arkveld's most distinctive traits are its white coat and scales, as well as the chain-like tendrils on its forelimbs, which it can extend and retract at will to bind its prey, if it doesn't slice you to pieces first. Whatever ground the beast treads, it's certain to leave behind marks from dragging its tendrils. From what I've heard, it was sighted in an area north of here called Yawatani. Let's see if we can find sights of its passage. I'm regrettably unfamiliar with the monsters in these parts, so I hope you don't mind taking the lead in our search. It's easier to track monsters that leave something behind, but in Arkveld's case, that'll be tricky. I think the best we can hope for is a few strands of fur or markings left by its tendrils. I noticed there are quite a few people in this town carrying curious weapons. I took such folk for hunters at first, but it turns out they're members of a group that catches folks up to no good. The Dust Watch, I think they're called. The hunters of my land are no strangers to capturing their quarry either. You know, we use shark or pitfall traps to immobilize a beast, and then unleash a barrage of trank bombs to put them to sleep. I happen to be an expert at laying traps, so I'd be happy to put my talents to use should any fugitives cross our path. A heap of withered weeds, it bears an unmistakable resemblance to the plant matter found on the tumbleclaws native to the region. I gather these dried weeds were left behind by a monster that uses them to camouflage itself. They certainly bear no connection to the Arkveld. In the Forbidden Lands, there are creatures called Memphitta that also mimic flowers to hide from predators. I remember this one time some hunters disguised themselves with headwear in the spitting image of Memphitta. And I'm not pulling your tail when I tell you it was impossible to distinguish them from the real thing. In any case, I don't see any signs of Arkfeld here. Let's keep looking. As I understand it, sandstorms sometimes sweep across these plains. Is that right? The Forbidden Lands simply have a tumultuous climate, the environment shifting greatly with the change of the seasons. In the fallow period, the land grows barren, so monsters fight over what limited food they can find, and come the intense weather conditions of the inclemency period, apex predators begin to emerge, making it a very precarious time. But after that comes the period of plenty, when flora and fauna flourish in abundance. No matter the season, there's always something new to discover, bringing fresh excitement with each expedition. A pungent, sticky substance adheres to the clumps of yellow hair. Judging by the local fauna, these are likely the remains of a sunbeard, gorged upon by a grasslands worm. Not sure what left this behind, but Arkfeld has white fur, not yellow. Come to think of it, all guardians have a white coat. Even the guardian variant of Rathlos, Crimson King of the Skies, is clad in white. At least that's what I've heard. But that is neither here nor there. We should get back to our survey. The markings on the ground suggest something massive was dragged across it, with armour-like scales strewn about the area. These scales, I'm certain they came from Guardian Arkfeld. To think it came so close to a settlement. Thankfully it turned away, but there's nothing stopping it from coming back. We need to find its lair before anyone gets hurt. With everything we've found, I believe we have what we need to locate our prey. If we're to give proper chase, we should call upon my comrade resting back in town. Could I trouble you to gather a few samples before we go? My feathered friend here is called a secret. Not only does it make for a reliable mount, but it can also carry all of the essentials for a hunt, thanks to its sturdy build. And that's not all. It can even memorize a monster's scent and track it down. Try letting it smell what you've gathered. Looks like it's picked up the scent. Now it can guide us to Arkfeld. There's no time to waste. If you would mount the secret and scout the location of our mark, I'll see to the preparations for the hunt. Here, take this link pearl contraption. Managed to barter for it after exchanging a few things with a travelling merchant. With this, we should be able to stay in contact even when we're apart. How many of those do I have in my ear? Now then, you need only trust in the secret to guide you. I'm sure you'll find Arkveld in no time. It's like carrying a phone for like every person you meet. Well, let's go, little secret. Meow. Hello, are you there? Oh good, I can hear you. This link pearl is a true gem. Though Arkveld lay dormant with his cocoon for a long time, guardians had to awaken when they sensed powerful presence nearby. It may have turned back after approaching the settlement because something even stronger drew its attention. That stormy dome in distance marks a land dominated by fierce lightning storms, right? I sure hope that's not where Arkveld was headed. What? You found the remains of a monster? Quick, examine the corpse to see if there are any signs it was preyed upon. The beast has breathed in its last. You see no bite marks on its body, suggesting the creature may not have been attacked as an act of predation. I'd expect as much from a guardian. You see, unlike your average monster, they have no need to eat their prey. I think Arkveld may be fixated on the energies in this place, and felling any other monsters that get in its way. Sounds like a Tural Vidal. Interesting. I didn't realize such creatures exist in this land. The world truly is full of limitless wonders. Guardians are a little different, but a creature gaining immense strength from an extraordinarily long life puts me in mind of tempered monsters, very powerful creatures where I'm from. What? That sounds like a turf war. Clearly Arkveld's been on edge since it arrived here. I bet it's lashing out at anything it deems a threat. At this rate, it's going to throw the whole ecosystem out of balance. We have to stop it, but how? Oh, I've got it. Try taking out a pod from the pouch in the secret. You know you find the right one if it makes your nose wrinkle. It's called a dung pod, and I've used it and others have noticed it possesses a frightfully fetid smell. Whether it's a single monster or even a horde, a well-positioned throw would send even the most rabid beasts packing. It has no effect on guardians, but the scent should be unbearable for whatever Arkveld's fighting. Throw it with everything you've got. sense my power, don't you? What, running off scared? Arkveld fled as well. Perhaps it perceived you too as a threat, and returned to its den to recover its strength. Well, I'm sure you'd love to give chase. I'd like to regroup first. Stay put for just a moment. I'll be there in 2 shakes of a Rathalos' tail. Judging by the Secret's gallant posturing, is eager to resume the hunt. Had that turf war continued, it may have reached nearby settlements. Thank goodness the dung pod worked as well as it did. Arkveld's lair appears to be further ahead. I expect it's recuperating from its battle and won't be emerging anytime soon. While you were searching for the Guardian, I took it upon myself to put together a camping kit. Let's set up shop near Arkveld's lair and prepare for the grueling hunt before us. The Secret is on alert, ready to act in a moment's notice. Come, make yourself at home. No need to worry about any pesky monsters. I've already checked the area and we're perfectly safe. First things first, we feast. One should never hunt on an empty stomach, as we hunters say. I managed to gather everything we need to have ourselves a barbecue, so let's get to grilling. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, cool. Secret is ready to act on a moment's notice. Cynthia. I got it bad. Delicious! Now, with your appetite sated and spirits soaring, I bet you could take on even the mightiest of monsters. Here, take these mega potions as well. They'll come in handy during the hunt. They're a special blend of the potions distributed in the Hunters Guild, mixed with fresh honey harvested by yours truly. Thankfully, we were in a period of plenty just before I was transported here. With that, I think you're all set. Allow me to formally make my request. Please hunt Guardian Arkveld and protect the life on these plains. Yeah! During the battle, you gain access to your action Mega Potion! Arkveld's a formidable monster, but as long as you keep heart, I know you'll prevail.
Here we go. Oh shit. Damn, that purple and black on that looks nice. Whee! Ah, I see. Once this is dashed, you move instantly. Oh no, that was wrong that time. Come on, I need mana. If it's red, you go in. If it's white, you stay out. Let's go to this side. Good, I'm at the good side, I'm at the good side. Garden scales.
You did it! You defeated Artbelt! Now these plains will know peace once more!
Now we need to find a way to get you home.
Ah! I nearly forgot! I'm not entirely sure how I'll make it back to the Forbidden Lands, I'll admit. And yet, I don't feel awfully anxious about it. It's not every day you get spirited away to a vast continent like this. You know, I'd like to see the sights and speak with the people. I'll find a way back in the course of that. I'm sure of it. I wouldn't mind learning more about the myriad monsters and resources here either. I'll see where the winds take me and fill out my field guide as I go along. Who knows? By the time I make it home, I might have filled the whole thing. Do you think I'd be a worthy adventurer by then?
We helped inform the Dawn Hunt folk in Tuliyola that we succeeded in our hunt. The Secret gazes at its findings with interest. Alright, so... Wait.
Yay! Meat, 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 meat. So tasty.
Back to Tuliyola. Tuliyola.
Ah, so the hunt was a success. Well done indeed. Perhaps now life can return to normal for the fauna of Shaloni. By the way, we carved some scales from Arkfeld's hide. Would you be able to craft anything with them? It'd be an awful waste to leave them as only a souvenir. Well now, this is a rare find. If you speak with the smithy here, I'm sure he could fashion armor with it, or at the very least exchange it for other wares. Be sure to drop by again should you find any other noteworthy materials. What brings you here, my friend? Already finished feeding? Hi, would you look at that? It seems they've grown fond of you. If you're not opposed, why not take them along with you on your adventures? Yippee! You couldn't ask for a better companion. With that settled, I believe it's time I was getting on with my own adventure. Thanks for everything, Elita. May we meet again someday. Bye-bye! I got a secret horn, I get an outdoor hunter's quill, and a hunter's camp chair. Nice. Hey, good girl. The hunt has only just begun. Earn further rewards by facing Garden Arkfeld in the Windward Wilds Extreme, which may be unlocked by speaking with the Wandering Minstrel. Should you come into possession of additional Arkfeld skills, be sure to bring them to the smithy. He can offer you various goods in exchange. Let's see, Guardian Arkfeld item exchange. Let's see what do we have as options. Okay, feline support team cart horn. That's probably the equivalent of totems for the extreme. Secret fledgling. Dreams of the day. It attains rugged good looks and colourful feathers. Requires 3. Bigger wasp. Rest assured it won't dump its sack of nectar on you. So 2 minions. Mizasuni Parasol, an extravagant parasol fashioned after a creature from the world. They're all untradeable. So that's tradable, but the rest are untradeable. Oh god. You do the extreme so many times and you can like probably sell that for a fortune. Hunter's Monstrous Framer Kit. Hunter Wild's Framer's Kit. Radiant City Radiant Cry of Life Orchestrion Roll, White Wraith Orchestrion Roll, Base Camp Day Orchestrion Roll, Kunaka Windsong Village Plenty Day Orchestrion Roll, Moment of Peace Orchestrion Roll. They all cost 1 each. Hope Mask. That's the male one. Hope Visor. That's the female one. They both require 2. For the body, that's the male, and that's the female. What's the comparison? Okay, so they're just glamours. Female. Male one. The female one. The male one. Female one. Guardian Archdolls, Uber Plains, Phantasmascape. Oh, nice. Ray Dolls, Windward Plains, Phantasmascape. Old Enough, Scarlet Forest, Phantasmascape. Omega Ice Shard Cliffs, Phantasmascape. Jim Dahad's Ice Shard Cliff, Phantasmascape. Noda's Oilwell Basement, Phantasmascape. Hunter's Lodge Chair, so I could get more. That must be an indoor one as opposed to an outdoor one. Wild's Great Sword Stand. Indoor Hunter's Grill. You can place 20 in... Why would you want to place 20 in your state? Let's see. A banner said to be adorned by hunters of another world. Outdoor Hunter's Grill. Already got one of those. Makeshift camp. Pop-up camp. Hunter's Camp Chair. Phalanx Striking Dummy. Wild's Pendant Lamp. Feline Serpent Permit. Aw, awesome! You can have a feline in your house. Feline Material Flyer Permit. Female Jump Under Fender. That's kinda neat. And weapons. So let's... So this is 760 gear. You got 745 here. Below that. Is there any difference? I don't think there's any difference in the appearance. I think it's just the stats. That's kind of neat. Oh my god! Oh, that is cool ninja weapons. Damn! Why did the Jewel Place not have something like that?
The bow looks neat. I like the clipper. Ooh! Goodness knows how they work. Okay, so, the black mage gets a hammer. The book is in chains. Oh my god, look at this clunky thing. Unfortunately, I can't do a couple of paint set, but that's the white mage one. So that's just a general comparison of the stats compared to piety. Nope. No sir. That's a scholar book. That's pretty neat. Ooh, like a pair of horns. I like how the bit in the middle kind of just glimmers. And wings. Ooh. They're pretty neat. Let's see, what does it look like on the back? So it's kind of like a pair of wings, kind of. Okay. So you need 5 certificates for each of those, plus the previous weapon stage, which probably requires us to like get them from the actual duty itself. We might have them available here once unlocked, maybe. But let's go and check out our buddy, the good old wandering minstrel. Have you come here to share your heroic yarn with me, Elita? Please do go on. You have my rapt attention. So, what have you brought for me today? Arkville, the White Wanderer from faraway world. I dare say that the word hunt suffices not to capture your struggle with the creature. Intrigued though I am by the device described by the feline's tail, what strikes me most of all is the nature of this guardian. That is, its predilection for energy. In the animal kingdom, a predator devours other beasts for its survival. Yet Arkveld appeared not to be driven by this fundamental need. Instead, it harboured an extreme obsession for ether, an obsession which saw it slaughter the beasts of Shalone to assert dominance over its newfound realm. In response, the Serpent Lord rose up to face this interloper, as if the land itself wished to repel a common threat. Without such resistance, and your timely intervention, there is no telling how grave a threat Arkveld might have become. Finding itself in an unfamiliar land, the Guardian merely did what its instincts bade it do. Were I to render such a savage life in verse, it might go thus. In silvery coat its body cloaked, from distant world it came. On reddened earth the Guardian roamed, the lives of foes to claim. In hunger deep was locked this beast, in silvery chains entwined, to conquer all its savage fate, new paradise to find. I understand you have no tales worth telling. Yet, that is, I know for certain, it is but a matter of time till you are thrust into the heart of matters the most dramatic. Fortunately, the denizens of the cities are great lovers of tall tales and thrilling verse. They simply cannot hear enough of your exploits, Elita. Thank you for being my ever-dependable muse. Right. Next time I do a broadcast, I will be doing the Pilgrim's Traverse, which I think will unlock from here. Let's see. Let's have a look, see if it... So I know this also got added. No, not here. What about Crystarium? Ah yes, here we are. This is probably where the story begins. What's that? Ah, that's just a old quest. You may be warrior of darkness, but to us, you will always be our comrade and sister, wherever your travels may take you. Know that you will always have a second home at the Crystarium. But yes, when I get back to playing, I will explore this. First, let us look at our little rewards. We can now summon the secret mount. I forgot to have a look at what it says. This horn of bone produces a dauntless sound that calls your dependable secret to your side. Let's go to... Now let's go back to Ilmag, shall we? And we'll be able to see what it looks like proper. Here it is. A beast of burden, known for its strength and swiftness, additionally possessed of a superior sense of smell, they are able to track prey over great distances, making them an indispensable hunting companion whence they hail. So, what's the adventure? Monster Hunt? Quote by Yozan? And we... So they kind of get the gliding sort of emotion. And we get the title screen music when we're riding on it. Let's go to my home. Let's see, housing. Preview outdoor furnishings. That's the Phalanx striking dummy. That's the chair. That's the pop-up camp. That's the makeshift camp. I'll move it a little bit further over. Yeah, so you get like a little treasure chest in there. The outdoor hunter's grill. That must be from the cosmic exploration, as is that. That must be from Pilgrim's Traverse, as must that be. A Yokoi lantern. And a Lenosian orange tree. Okay, so those are new outdoor furnishings that have appeared. Let's have a wee look inside. Let's have a wee look at the preview. Housing. Preview indoor furnishings, new ones. Let's have a wee look here. Training mat. Cabin half moon bag. Wild banner. That could be cool to put up somewhere. Light. Ooh. I like that one. That'll be from Pilgrim's Traverse. Old Fishwife Pail. Indoor Hunter Grill. Wild's Greatsword Stand. Aww. Little seat for you to sit on the floor. A portable exo terminal. That'll be from Overkeep Lamp Post. Cabin sideboard. Cabin bed. Hunter's lounge chair. Training bench. Cabin sofa. Oh, neat. Cozy. Cosmo seat. Oh, that's the oil wells base in Phantasmascape. Damn, that looks cool. That's Jinda Had. Holy crap, that's awesome. The Omega Ice Shark Cliff one. Enough. Radio. Guardian Arc Belt. Yeah, I think if I was to get any, it would probably be that one. Because that one looks the coolest. Dumbbell rack. Cosmo Kitchen. Oh, neat. Scroll cabinet. Okay, so there's a fair few new things that have appeared. Anyway, I'm going to stop for now. When I resume, I will be doing some of the Deep Dungeon. Till then, take care. Love you all. Bye for now. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Mwah. Hmm.